Doing these 7 things with your 401k could totally ruin your retirement. Okay guys, I'm going totally old school here today because I forgot my selfie stick. So hopefully it doesn't shake too much because I'm just holding it up with my hand. Yeah, totally old school. Well, I'm old, so you know. So, number 1, not understanding your investments. This is huge, dare I say huge. If you just put in whatever, let's say you read one article, you're like, okay, I'm good to go. No, man, you've really got to dig into your investments. Understand the ins and outs of what you're investing in. I remember when I first started, I was, investing in individual stocks without any real research. I lost a lot of money quickly. So I don't care what it is, even if it's target date retirement funds, go onto your, financial institution and read about them. Read everything you can about what you are investing in so you got an idea. You got to have some kind of idea. You can't just okay, that's good for me. Here's $100,000. Yeah, it doesn't work too good. Leave me comments, guys. When you were early on in your investing journey, how did you decide on what to invest in? Did you just throw it into whatever? Or did you do a lot of research? Very curious about that. Number 2, investing too conservatively or aggressively. It's a big one. When you're young, the younger you are, the more aggressive you should be. Now, I was never totally aggressive. I'm pretty risk averse as an investor. I think the most I ever got up to was 75 or 80% stocks when I was 40 years old. And it came down over time because over time, unless you've got a really strong stomach, you should get more conservative. I went all the way down to my target allocation is 60-40 stocks to bonds. Right now, I'm about 57-43. The most I've got down to is 55-45, and I just let them take care of the rebalancing in my target date funds. But it's your decision on whether or not you want to get too conservative or too aggressive. When you're young, you got a lot of time to make up any bad markets. Be aggressive. When you're older, not so much. Hey, for those of you who see me for the first time, and I hope this video is not too shaky. Oh, there it goes. My name is Duane, and this is a channel for retiring on moderate income. If you think you might like that, think about subscribing and like the video. And if you really like it, down here are 2 other ways you can support this channel. Either buy my new thriller/dark comedy for $3.99, The Monster Who Loves Me, or you can buy me a coffee. Number 3, selling during a down market. It's the worst thing you can do. Believe me, when I first retired and then went into the market tank 6 months afterwards, I was tempted. I was tempted to take it all out to cash even. Glad I didn't. Buy and hold. It's a long term, guys. You are looking at a long time for your retirement funds to work for you. Now that I didn't sell, I'm doing pretty well. I am almost back up to where I retired on my investment portfolio in 2021. It's for the long term, guys. And if you're taking stuff in and out of the market all the time, how's compounding going to work for you? Yeah, it kind of messes that up. Number 4, not taking your full, dare I say full, employer match when you are investing. Now, when you first start out, okay, you don't have much money to put in, right? I get it. But at least put in the minimum to get your employer match. For me, I think it was 5 or 6%. Yeah, that's a good deal. At least do that. If your employer match starts at 5%, why are you going to put in 4%? You're losing out on free money. So, for you people that are just starting, make sure you know the different levels that your employer puts money into depending on how much you contribute into your 401k, IRA, whatever it's going to be. Number 5, not taking catch-up contributions. In 2025, if you're over 50, you can put in an extra $7,500 into your 401k. That's a lot of money. And if you're between the ages of 60 and 63, you can put in $11,250 more dollars every year. That's a big, there again, I say huge difference. That can really, especially if you are planning on not retiring until later in life, that can really add up. Okay, here we go. Very tricky, switching hands without my selfie stick. Woo! He made it. He made it. Yeah, the little marmots. The marmots down here, the rocks, are laughing at me now. Number 6, using your 401k for anything except retirement. Okay, I am going to put a caveat, a big caveat in there. All right? If you need a down payment for a house, I did this back when I was 40 or 41, something like that. I took out a 401k loan. I think it's worth it. Okay, wasn't a lot. I think it was like $15,000-$20,000, which I paid back within 2 or 3 years, I believe. If it's for that, and you don't have the money saved up, and you can get a better, rate on your mortgage, and you have less of a mortgage to pay off, I think that's a good deal. But anything other than that, yeah, don't be touching your 401k. It could be tempting. For a lot of you, lifestyle creep, man. It's like, you see your money going up in your retirement accounts. It's like, hey, I want to get a nicer car. Hey, I want to get a better place to rent. Yeah, when I was 36, 37, I did that. I was contributing into my 401k for a couple months, and then I wouldn't contribute for 2 or 3 months because I got a nicer place to live. Stupid. Very stupid. Don't do that, guys. If it's not for a home, a down payment on a home, don't even think about taking out your 401k. But if you do, make it a loan. Don't just take the money out. That's the biggest no-no you can do. Number 7, trading in and out of your 401k. Okay, this kind of goes back to what I said a little earlier. I would take money out when I was young and dabble in investing in stocks, individual stocks. Not good. Also, you've got to realize if you are trading in and out of the market, I'm not talking about day trading, although I did have a roommate back when I was late 30s who did day trade. Man, you talk about an intense job. He worked from home, but he was up at 6 a.m., working till 7 or 8 at night every single day. Yeah, even when the market was closed, he was still working. Research, all that. But these people, that's what I'm trying to say, is they put in a lot of time in trading, strategies. They totally invest in what they're trading into. You think you're going to beat them as far as trading in and out of the market? I don't think so. So if you want to do that, if you want to dabble in that, there's nothing wrong, guys, with taking a very small percentage of your portfolio. And, for instance, like me, I'm invested in target date funds. Kind of boring, right? Some of you could be invested in just like index funds, whatever. It's basically like a set and hold portfolio. Yeah, I get it. It might get a little boring once in a while, right? If you want to take a small amount of your retirement portfolio and play around with it, let's say below 4 or 5%, I might even go lower than that, 3%, and you want to try crypto out. You want to try some crazy things you've heard about. There's nothing wrong with that. One thing it'll do, it'll definitely alleviate that boredom. You're like, okay, you'll be getting up every morning going, where am I now? Where am I now? That's okay if you do it just for a small amount of your portfolio. But if you're taking like 10, 20, 30% and saying, you know what, I heard about this good stock tip, man, I'm going to go all in. Yeah, not the best thing to do. If you're younger, maybe not too bad, but I definitely wouldn't go past like 4 or 5%. If you're older and you need that money and you're almost into retirement, especially if you're in retirement, don't be doing that, guys. Don't be going crazy. Yes, take out a little bit if you want. Invest in whatever you think is like the new hot thing, or you just want to, it's a strategy you always wanted to try, right? Let's say you're 5 years into retirement and your portfolio is looking pretty good. If you want to take a small amount of that, especially if you feel you're set, if you feel that you are set with the money that you have in the bank for your 30-year retirement, okay, take out a little bit and experiment. That's okay to do every once in a while, But you don't want to be doing that with a big percentage of your portfolio. There are horror stories out there of people going to retirement thinking they got a great new thing to invest in, and they lose like 20% of their stuff. There are horror stories out there, guys. Don't you be one of them. And as always, from the lovely watery high desert where I almost got through it before a vehicle came through. What is this? Like an old Toyota Land Cruiser. And ruined my silence. And the river. I could listen to this all day long. And as always, guys, from the lovely watery high desert. Hope it wasn't too shaky without my selfie stick. We got this.